I come in the kitchen. You in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Morning Dinner Podcast. It's your boy, Keyman.
Chuck, what up?
And today, we have Tnes in the house. Good buddy of ours. I actually have a list of things that he's in charge of because I'm not going to be able to remember any of this, bro. There's a lot of stuff. He's a creator of things, including the Waterhole Kingdom, Hippo Aesthetics, Tuesday Blend, the Junxion Complex, Fashion Fit Log, SICKSHOOTERS Show,
Jeez.
and CMXX DTLV.
Ooh, goddamn.
My man, you got a resume on you.
What up, Tnes?
First of all,
what up, guys?
To get this,
me.
no, you're good, man. To get this podcast started, can you let people know who you are and what you do real quick? Just kind of like overview.
Oh, I really kind of like hate that question because I feel like I'm bragging whenever I do it.
Nah,
so
man.
how about you guys just read the bio?
You want me to read the bio?
Yeah.
Would it be easier?
Shout
Okay,
out
all right.
to Philip Wolf for writing that up for me.
There we go.
Making
There we
me
go.
sound cool.
Tnes, all right, here we go. Tnes earns the title of a true Renaissance man, fingerprinting multiple projects such as Tuesday Blend, Waterhole Kingdom, Hippo Aesthetics, Junxion Complex, CMXX CMXX Event Center, and more. The Filipino American of, I can't even pronounce that, bro, Wahiawa?
Yeah.
Wahiawa, Hawaii, moved out here in 2005 with nothing more than a vision, continuing to be a pioneer for the local Las Vegas community. He started with a little weekly event in Chinatown and has now evolved into an umbrella of projects designed to help art strive in Sin City. The motto has always been loyalty, and that's what he continues to be for the culture, ensuring building occurs along the journey. Along with the entrepreneurship, Tnes perfects a craft of film and photography, a refreshing outlet to ambitious goals.
Nice.
Dope, man.
Thank you, man.
So much.
How long have you been out here in Vegas, man?
2005 is when I came here.
So 13 years.
Yeah, I suck at math, but yeah.
Dang, bro. Wait, so you were originally from Hawaii. What made you move out to Vegas in the first place?
So the original plan was basically to go to Japan. I had a trip to Japan and I was gonna live there like just until my visa ran out. I didn't have a visa actually. You can stay for like 3 months, I think.
Oh, really?
Without getting a visa or something like that. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So I was just gonna stay there until like that maxed out, and then the plan was to visit 2 of my homies here in Las Vegas before going back to Hawaii, and then like implementing like my strategy or whatever, because I went out there for like I was still breakdancing at the time, so I was teaching workshops, and that's how like I kind of made my money. And then I wanted to the plan was to brand my clothing line in Japan, so when I go back to Hawaii it seems like it's a Japanese brand.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So that was like the plan. And then when I got here to Vegas, I just kind of like threw it out the window because I just realized that there was so much like potential here. Yeah.
Wait, so you said you were originally breakdancing?
Yeah.
So how did that, was that your first passion that you were like, I'm going to make a living as a breakdancer?
I don't know about making a living, but definitely like it was just I was always into dancing, and when b-boying actually like made its way back around after it died out in like the 80s in America at least. Europe and Japan and stuff was still going strong, but I was a b-boy. I started a crew called SWAT, SWAT, or SWAT team. It stands for something with a twist, or style with a twist.
Nice.
And then I battled my way to get into like the world famous Rocksteady crew. So I use that to go
How long were you in the Rocksteady crew for? For people who don't know, what is the Rocksteady crew?
Yeah. It's basically one of like the pioneer b-boy / even hip hop groups in general. Like they were b-boys that were we call them like versatile b-boys. So like some of them rapped while they danced, or some of them did graffiti while they danced,
the
or
hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And all that,
and so they're really like pioneers. Shout out to the Rocksteady crew. I mean, those guys are amazing, and that was like my dream, I guess, like to get into that crew. Because we'd see it on Beach Street, and like those were the guys like on that movie Beach Street.
I did a quick Google because I had no idea. I'm not into the whole scene of like b-boying and things, but I think DJ Cricket brought it up at one episode. I forgot where I was going with this. B-boying. What was that? Was that out here in Vegas, or was that somewhere else?
What do you mean? When I
like the whole b-boy thing? Where did that take place?
Oh, all over the world.
Oh, so you traveled doing that?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
tight.
It was really like, it doesn't have, back then it didn't have as much I guess representation as it has now. You know what I mean? That's kind of like even if you have somebody who's not like a full on like b-boy, like they're let's say like they're like a just like a hip hop dancer, more choreography. They're gonna have some like b-boy moves in there. So you know, like there's certain b-boys that are just like purists and all they do is that, and there's other people where they fall into like I guess it's categorized as like all styles. So Cricket's probably like a all style dancer for sure. But she from what I know, like when I met her, she was still a B girl and not really DJing as much as she does now. Yeah.
Okay, this is what I was gonna say. Is I had done a quick Google before you got here, and it said that the Rocksteady crew had been started in 1977. Way long time ago, right?
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that it's new members every couple of years, or how does that work?
Like right now, I think it's they have it real. They pulled it back, and so there's not as much chapters as there used to be. It kind of just went back to its roots, and it's mainly the guys that kind of just started it. There still is Rocksteady crew members, I believe, but I mean, I don't even know if I'm like eligible to talk about this anymore because I haven't been in the dance scene for so long.
Bro, you can always talk about it, bro.
I just realized that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
It's like, wait, I don't even know what's happening.
Wait, so
I was gonna say though, do we know where like b-boy started? Was it New York? Or was it
from what I know, and like like I would say like the popping and locking I think was not I think but I know it was over on the West Coast. So the West Coasters were more they were more fluent in like the popping and locking, and like the New York guys were all like hardcore b-boys. And then you can kind of see like somebody like Mr. Wiggles, for example. He's part of like the Electric Boogaloos now, which is from the West Coast. But if you look at like footage from before he was with them, you could tell that his musicality wasn't really there as far as like that type of dance.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
It's kind of tight.
Yeah, we had Desmond in here doing Alpha Jack Cereal on Instagram. Yeah, we had Desmond on an episode, and he was talking about how he's kind of like in a dance. How do you call that? Like a dance, not a dance crew, but it's like an affiliation or something like that.
I think it's because he's doing the footwork now, the Chicago footwork. So I think it's King Charles's crew or whatever. He's like he's really dope. Yeah. But it's really tight because I know Desmond, like he has like so many different styles.
Right.
And him being now into footwork, Chicago footwork. Because I don't know, for some reason I always loved that.
Yeah.
Especially the battling.
Yeah.
It's a little fast. I'm like, damn, this shit's crazy. I wish I knew how to dance.
Back on track. So you were born in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You wanted to move to Japan, but you stopped in Las Vegas because you had homies out here.
Yeah, and it was just a pit stop basically. Like
it was a pit stop.
Yeah. So one of the guys they both actually used to live in Hawaii. One of them was younger. He was actually part of my clothing brand. I'm not even gonna mention his name because like he's probably one of the only guys that I still like have kind of like a bad relationship with.
Oh man.
Due to that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he actually did a lot for me actually when I came out here. But I mean, I repaid that tenfold already. So
yeah,
we're going off topic here, but but yeah. And then another guy was like, I think he was in his late 30s. And so neither of them could like take me out or anything. So I would like go out on my own and basically just kind of like see what Vegas is about. And and I was just like excited by how like I said earlier, like how much potential I saw in it, because like what we have in Hawaii is like nowhere near, like, you could have a bar or a lounge out here that people would love to like go to in Hawaii, but then out here it's like nobody's even there. It's like empty as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I saw right away.
Oh, especially in 2005, right?
So
there was nothing.
What was the scene like in 2005?
Like from what I saw, like I think there was an event at Aloha Kitchen that was going on. That's where I actually got tested a little bit, like as far as like my b-boying skills. A few of the guys out here, like got into the circle
Kitchen?
with me. Yeah, they had hip hop nights at Aloha Kitchen. Nah.
Oh.
Wait, Aloha Kitchen's still around?
Oh, Aloha Kitchen.
No, the one you went to.
Oh, okay.
The event is not around still, but yeah, it's the one over on Sahara and Decatur. Yeah.
Damn. Wait,
yeah.
So my question is like, how did that lead to your entrepreneur life of owning a fashion brand? Doing everything that you do. Like, how did that segue? It
basically, going out and seeing everything going on, I just didn't want to fucking be a nobody, and I didn't want what I accomplished in Hawaii. I wanted people to know like who I am out here. So that was really like the driving force for me, was like I know what I do is like it could be used here, and like they haven't done it yet. You know what I mean? Like the parties in Hawaii and just the whole atmosphere is more like you know, everybody helps each other, and it's kind of like real family like, you know. And so I wasn't really sensing that out here, and so I basically wanted to create something like that. And so I did my first party, but before that, like I actually got a job. Like that was my first job out here. It was at Office Depot in the print department, and I got it because I knew my event was coming up, so I was like,
flyers.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
But like, you know, like
That's tight.
I can do like graphic work and stuff like that. So like whatever they needed done, I could do it like so easily.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm Filipino, so it's like I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
So
figure
like
things
when I
out.
went in there, yeah, like they kind of like was relying on me already. So it was kind of taking me away from wanting to do what I wanted to do. Like I wasn't trying to work, you know. Like that's the last.
Wait, so
thing that I
so
wanted
you
to do.
got a job at Home Depot with the or sorry, not Home Depot, Office Depot, with the intention of just using it to like for the
Yeah.
tools that they were providing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a true like mindset of a
Yeah.
hustler, bro.
Yeah, man, I had to. It was like, yeah, and like once I got what I wanted, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but then I just didn't go back in.
Yeah.
You know, and they were kind of like relying on me, you know, and now that I'm kind of like in that position where like, you know, I have a staff and whatnot, like I wouldn't want to do that to them, you know, so
Yeah.
and to this day I feel a little bit bad, but then I
Yeah.
mean, I know that I did a lot of work for them, like good work for them, so
Yeah.
whatever, it's an even trade.
So you mentioned you were doing your first party. You started off doing parties or
In Hawaii, I was doing parties, and you know, and I had my old clothing line. It was called Anywhere, but then but it was Hippo Aesthetics that like I kind of like crafted up before leaving to Japan. So the style was kind of like along the Bape type of style, and that was like really hot at the time. So that's what made me want to go to Japan and like get inspiration and really like brand it out there before coming back to the States. Yeah.
so your Hippo Aesthetic, was that the first brand that you created out here in Vegas?
Out here in Vegas, yeah.
And that's the clothing brand, right?
Yes.
And that's still around today.
No, because it's like on the back burner just because we have so much other things that we're doing. But it was definitely like probably within the last like I would say 4 or 5 years we kind of put it on the back burner.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just, you know, there's not enough of us to really
to handle
going.
all that workload.
yeah.
Right.
I was wondering, how did you come up with the name Hippo Aesthetics?
Just because like I was watching I think it was like on the Discovery Channel or some shit like that. It was like it was a documentary about a family of hippos that lived in like a natural water system, so you could actually see what they were doing. You know, whenever you see them, they're like in dirty water.
Yeah.
So you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in that documentary, they actually like filmed everything that they were doing underwater. So that kind of like just really resonated with me. Like the hippos, like they look cute and all, but then they're like
they're ferocious.
Yeah, they're one of the most territorial.
Fuck yeah, these
Have
fuckers.
you seen these hippos that like kill these crocodiles, these alligators, bro?
They snap
Bro.
them
They
in
snap
half.
their
Yeah, in
Ooh.
half. Like,
Yeah.
and
That's crazy.
they're known for that, like just murking people, you know, like. So it was kind of like that just kind of like hit a string with me,
Yeah.
and
they can run too, right? Like
they're
pretty
fast.
They're pretty fast.
They're like water
and they're land
elephants.
and water, bro. So
Yep.
good luck,
exactly, like above and below the surface. That was our tagline.
man. Ooh.
Oh, that's tight.
Above and below the surface. I like that.
But I think the symbiotic relationship it had with like all the other animals is what really struck me too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they provide for other people, or not people, but you know, animals. Like they like when they're in the water, they open up their mouths and then the fishes like get to eat from like the leftovers or whatever from their food. So that provides food for that. Their shit provides food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for the other animals. So it's real like. I'm into like the symbiotic relationships,
sure.
you know what I mean? Like helping people out. Like if you have the ability to do it, then why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't, you're just fucking selfish in my opinion.
Right.
You know?
So how did the Waterhole Kingdom get started? And real quick, what is the Waterhole Kingdom? Because I'm kind of new to this whole all this stuff.
So everything is pretty much based off of Hippo Aesthetics and what I just explained earlier. But when we had Hippo, we were doing the events as like, you know, presented by Hippo Aesthetics. And then like there became a point when when I guess the party really started taking off. Like I didn't realize it at the time, but because I was new and fuck, all I wanted to do was just fucking fuck bitches and shit, you know what I mean? Get drunk and have fun, you know, like, so I wasn't really thinking about the impact that it was having. And like, now that I look back at the tapes and whatnot, like, there was like really big, I guess, general managers or whatnot from like Pure and like from all these big like ultra clubs, which is like how we got into that. But that, you know, I can explain that again later on. But but I didn't know how impactful it was. You know what I mean? Like the type of music that we were playing was nobody was playing it. And nobody was gathering around like that on a weekly basis.
How would you describe the music you were playing?
It was classic hip hop and R&B, like feel good music. You know, like stuff that would make you wanna get a girl out of her seat and dance with her. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You guys should start playing funk. That's my stuff right now, dude. I love like that disco, that electro funk stuff, bro. That's what I dance to.
I think we probably played some of that too. You know, once the dancers started getting up.
So these you say Hippo Aesthetic parties. So was this, you know, coming back to when you just like left Office Depot,
right?
Was that the party name, or what was like the first party's names?
The first event was it was called Feel Style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's dope. And how long did that run for?
I don't know. I feel like it was running for a while, man. Yeah, it was every Wednesday.
So you learned everything from that, you think, or a good amount of it?
I mean, like just getting to know like the community and whatnot. You know what I mean? It was definitely like a major part. And so what I did was I used the parties to sell the brand, because I mean, you know, you guys seen me around. I'm not really like a super talkative person or whatnot. I'm definitely not going to try and sell you some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even
that's how I
tell
feel
you what
like
I do, because I feel like I'm bragging. So if I try and like push my brand to you, it's like it doesn't sit well with me. So I would use the party to basically sell the brand for me. And so you're having a good time, you see it on the screen, oh, what's that? You know, then I'll tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of how it worked. And so getting back to your question about the Waterhole Kingdom, a lot of people actually, you know, I guess like they're, you know, you're gonna have haters too. So it's like people would come and I guess like their girls or whatever would be hanging out with us or be wanting to come to our events and whatnot. And so they were like, yeah, I don't like those fucking Hippo Aesthetics guys or whatever. But like Hippo's not like, it's not a crew or anything. It's a brand. It's a clothing brand. You know what I mean? So I didn't want that like stigma attached to it. So we started off actually as Waterhole Kids, which would be like the party aspect of Hippo Aesthetics. So Waterhole, you know, the Waterhole in, I guess in nature itself is like, everybody comes to drink there. All the animals come to drink there, right? So the mascots for the Waterhole Kids was the hippo, of course. Yeah. The lion and the crocodile, and they're the three predators, and they're basically like kings of the of that waterhole. Like they're the ones that kind of oversee or whatever. So that's kind of like how that goes about. And then when we felt like we done enough for the community, then we was like, we got to switch it to kings, because you know these big like club guys would kind of talk down to us and be like, you know, every time we were finished with our party and we'd have to settle, they would be like, oh yeah, you guys are just like kids, man. You Waterhole Kids, you know, like that kind of shit. So it was like, fuck, we gotta change this shit, you know. Damn. So it became Waterhole Kings, and then from that, there's an umbrella of other companies that fall under that, and then so we had to create the Waterhole Kingdom, and basically like the Junxion Complex and whatnot, it falls under the Waterhole Kingdom banner. Okay. Yeah. We gotta start watching more Discovery Channel, bro. Yeah. You be getting some knowledge on the Discovery Channel.
That's how you get names. Discovery Channel, yo.
I'll be sitting in my room thinking for hours, like, what should I name this?
Morning dinner.
So let's talk about the because you've been out here since 2005. Yeah. You've witnessed the community change from 2005 to 2019. Yes. What do you think has been the biggest change that you've witnessed?
Let's see. I think everybody's kind of starting to get around to working with each other more now, because there was a point when nobody was trying to work with anybody. I remember those days. And that's something that I talk about with like whatever interviews I come on is I always got to address that. I'm not trying to point fingers and shit, but I mean, like, it's just, I don't know what it is. And my theory is that a lot of people are just, you know, a lot of people who have the power of influence, they're scared to like, I guess, expand or mesh their clientele with someone else's by working with them, because they might lose their clientele. Yeah. But at the end of the day, people are going to go where the fuck they want to go, and they're going to do what they want to do, and they're going to buy what they want to buy. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't understand why everybody just in Vegas, at least, just doesn't work together until we bring it up to the level of like the the LAs, the Tokyos, the fucking
To be honest,
New
I
York, the
think
Paris, you know?
you get like you said it correctly.
Yeah,
It's just
you think
people
so?
are afraid that they're gonna lose. Oh, what if they like their
Right, right.
better and stuff?
Exactly.
But it's like no. In the end of the day, like you guys should share your your audience and
Yeah.
whatnot, so you both get like respect.
yes.
And people, yeah, I think that's how I feel about business too. You know, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people are
yeah.
like, don't let your secrets out. But
Right.
it's like, wait, what? Like, nah, like that's how you increase as a human being is you
Mhm.
help other people out.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they'll help you. Yeah, I get it. There's
Yeah, but you
people-
just got to take that risk,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And there's not everybody's shitty people, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I
there's
mean,
a lot
but
of good
realistically, just look at everybody on YouTube who's really doing shit, right?
people. Mm.
How do they get to where they are? Because they give away their knowledge.
Right, right,
Exactly.
right.
It's not like, yo, like my video and then send me $2 and I'll give you this knowledge.
Right,
Like, it's
right.
always like, yo, this is how I do my color grading. This is how I do my editing. This is how I do my photo shoots. And when you give people knowledge, you're almost like building something that's
long
stronger than.
term.
You're building something that's more than the short term. Here's my money. It's
Yeah,
more like you're
definitely.
building a relationship, right?
Yep.
So now, if you give somebody something instead of selling it to them, they're like, oh, I remember Tnes. Yeah, that dude
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah,
That dude
yeah.
was cool. Oh, he's got an event coming. I'm gonna fuck with him, bro.
Right.
You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
man. Exactly.
And people need to learn to see the value in it. You know.
That's why like-minded people will get it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's how I know you
100%.
guys are on the right page. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, dude, I really think that assessment is like fucking pretty accurate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It is because, I mean, otherwise, why wouldn't more people be working together? Like, as far as like, people who actually have established businesses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact that that does get in the way of actually like integrating. Like, I really think it does. And
Well, if you think about it too, Vegas is fairly a new city.
yeah.
In regards to the culture,
Oh, very
there,
new.
you know, compared to like LA, compared to New York, cities that have been around for a while,
Right.
and that have had that downtown kind of culture to them.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas doesn't have a lot of stuff. Anything that's been here has not been here in more than 20 years. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it kind of like this is like a philosophy that I kind of like have been thinking about is you need to teach culture.
Yeah.
Right. And it can't just happen overnight. So if you look at culture in 2005, you know, when it was barely starting out, everybody was hating on everybody because everybody was trying to take over. Everybody was trying to go like, oh no, look at my shit. Don't look at their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to like now 2019, people have kind of been like, oh, okay, that's the dude. Okay, this is where we go. Okay, that's what there's to do on a Tuesday night, on a Friday night, Saturday night, and it just starts becoming part of the culture. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I mean, I
Yeah,
definitely
man.
agree with you, man.
It's like, dude, let's just work together and get it up there. And then if you guys want to fucking divide and conquer from there, then let's do it from there. But not while we're trying to grow. You know what I mean? Like, let's just, I don't know,
Because
just
that's gonna get us nowhere.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
we have to. I mean, there should be no reason why we can't excel quicker too, because you got like the cream of the crop here in Vegas. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
for
people
sure.
that are coming out here to actually like make their dreams come true. They're like here. You know what I mean? So it's like when you have a mix of all these like talented people and whatnot, it's bound to happen if everybody just kind of like works together, exchanges resources. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna grow faster. I mean, that's just common sense. Or, you know, like you look at the science of that, it's like there's no way you can have so much people that are able to, so much talented people that have so much knowledge all in the same pot and nothing good come out of it. But if they're not fucking working together, then of course, like it's not gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna be at a slow pace.
Yeah. And even going back to that is like back in the day, the only reason people would come to Vegas is to gamble or to get a job at the casinos.
Right.
That was there was no downtown. There was no like really like you know. I even tell people like not recently, but like a couple of years ago, would talk to people who didn't even know there were like houses out here in Vegas. They're like, oh, I thought it was just the strip and the casinos and you know maybe a couple of apartments. They didn't know there were neighborhoods.
People still think that, bro.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm
Because
pretty sure.
it's a city that we all know is built off this strip.
Yeah.
Without the strip, the city would literally be nothing.
Right.
Once gambling got passed, like that's exactly what the city is known for, and then it became the entertainment capital and all that. And the other thing I tell people is our population is still pretty small.
Yeah.
You know, compared to a lot of like the big cities like LA and stuff. So that's,
Wait, let me ask you this question then, because you're talking about kind of like the population of Las Vegas. Do you think with like the Raiders moving to Vegas and all that stuff that's happening, do you think that's gonna better the culture? Or do you think that's gonna bring a whole new slew of people that are like not with what we're already building?
Well, I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna better the culture. But But if the fucking traffic and all this shit, if it gets way more expensive and the traffic gets more crazy, that's gonna hinder it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be so salty at like all these people coming in that like it might get in the way of us actually like linking and doing shit together from the get go.
That's crazy.
Bro, I got salty when they started charging for parking.
Yeah, me too.
Casinos, like, you used to park in the casinos for free. Now it's like $5-10.
Like, bro, no, not yet.
Yeah.
So I think things like that do kind of hurt the culture because like even looking at that, bro, like I don't go out to the casinos as much anymore. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm like, damn, now I gotta pay.
But thankfully, like the strip doesn't really hold a lot of the true culture.
Right.
Downtown,
Yeah.
Arts District, all that area.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing about it. Like, they've just been like, I've known a couple like old school DJs, you know, that were playing house back in like '92 here.
Yeah.
And they were telling me about raves and stuff, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. I didn't think there was stuff out here like that back then. Because I wasn't even born then. But it's there. So I just think Vegas just has to learn a little bit better, like you said. Just keep on this like community-based thing.
Yeah.
That's why I respect you so much, man, because you're
Thank you.
just killing it with it. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
Because a
bro.
lot of people don't. Most people are just businessmen, too, who own a lot of these venues. And
Right.
like, where's the money? Where's the heads?
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it.
It's like, dude,
Call
how
them
do you
out, call them out.
expect? You don't have really long, like you don't have longevity like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think the reason why we're still around today is because when it wasn't cool to cultivate the culture, we were doing it. Like, not because
We're trying to be something cool.
Yeah, like we were just doing it because that was like, well, one, it was because if you don't like, you know, as just a little bit of background about myself, like I'm not like, I don't come from like a wealthy family, like dirt poor. My mom fucking raised us by herself. My one of my older brothers, they're twins, but one of them got like, it's called encephalitis, and it basically just like killed off his brain tissues, I think it was.
Oh, damn.
And so he kind of like reverted back into a baby.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so he, you know, like he has, and he's epileptic. So like he got seizures. You can't eat or use the restroom on your own. You know what I'm saying? So my mom had to like go through all that. So
Yeah.
you know, long story short, like I don't come from that background of like having money and disposable money. So to me, like I'm so used to making something out of like nothing. Like I cherish like everything that I have. You know what I mean? Like
That's dope.
I still got my A7S1 and it looks brand new. You know what I mean? Because I take care of that shit. Like I don't fuck around, dude. Like my clothes too is like it looks new, but it's probably 10 to 15 years old. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff I wear. I kind of got off topic, but
that's a good thing to know.
I just buy shit
know?
from Savers because I'm poor, and so I'm like, I don't care if the shit gets dirty.
I go to Kohl's, bro. I go to Kohl's.
Baller. I'm playing.
Nah, but okay, so let's talk real quick because you're a creative. You created many things in your entire entrepreneurial life here in Vegas. What would you say to the idea of, because there's a lot of people who say that if you want to be great at something, you got to put all your attention into one thing and not do many things. Like, for example, like let me just say, like people say like, oh, if you're gonna be a photographer, you got to pick your niche. You got to do only portraiture or only weddings or only events. You know what I mean? You don't want to mix multiple things because then you're kind of distracting away from each one of the arts. What do you have to say to that? Being an owner of so many different things.
I think that's kind of like already answered already. You know what I mean? Just the fact that like all the stuff that I'm connected to. I feel like it's really, I mean, it all depends on you. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like you can handle more? And are you passionate enough to try something else? You know what I mean? If you feel passionate about like doing something else, then who's to fucking say you can't do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who are, I mean, I get it. Like some people will just do a lot of things and they won't really be like super good at everything that they do. But it's kind of like, you got to ask the question, like, are you doing it just because you want to show that you can do a lot of things, or because you really want to get good at all these things? You know what I mean? So it's like time management, you know what I mean? Like everybody has 24 hours in a day. If you don't manage your time properly, then obviously you can only do you do less shit. But if you're able to manage everything, I mean, if you can handle it, then why not do it? You know, I feel like the more versatile you are with things, the better it is. And like, yeah, like I'm definitely like pushing for that, because I feel like if I didn't do all the things that I do, then I would have missed a lot of opportunities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that's one of the
real.
best answers we've gotten, man, because
Yeah.
like whenever I ask somebody in person,
Right.
they have one opinion or the other. It's like, oh yeah, you got to do everything because our minds work, our minds are constantly from one thing to the other. So it's okay to work multiple things. And then you have people who tell you, no, it's just that. You got to do that one thing.
Yeah,
you know, so you're the kind of the first person I've heard that has said like, oh, it depends on how you manage your time.
Yeah, I really think
That's a really good answer, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at like mixed martial arts fighters too, or let's talk about the fucking the McGregor versus Mayweather thing, you know what I mean? Or even the Nasukawa one, the one that I don't know if you guys saw that
No, I
fight.
didn't see that.
He fought this like this kickboxer guy from Japan. He's probably only like 20, but this fucker is like he's like tough as fuck. But he got his ass whipped in the first round by fucking Mayweather. Like Mayweather like pretty much knocked him out, you know what I mean? Like, and it's because Mayweather just boxes, you know what I mean? So there is kind of like some truth to that, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it really just depends on the person, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I mean, even for us too, I feel like if like lately I've when I was in Japan, I was there for like 3 weeks just recently, and I couldn't really do anything else. So I was just kind of researching like, you know, YouTube videos and stuff. And I feel like I'm better right now, you know what I mean? So obviously if you devote more time to something, you'll get better at it. But if you manage your time properly, then who's to say you can't just focus on this one day and then another thing on the other day, and then just equally like raise your skill, you know?
I think it goes back to that thing too, is just like be happy. Like
yeah.
if you like trying new things, if you want to learn animation, if you want to learn graphics, if you want to do anything, like try it and see what happens. Because the thing is, it's breaking up that monotony, you know what I mean, and just not being on the same thing every single day, unless it really makes you happy. Like making music you love to death,
right?
Then do that shit. But if you feel a little bored, you know, go try. Read a book.
Why not,
research
man?
something. So that's what I basically do. I try to learn new shit every day.
Hell yeah.
Because I suck at everything though.
You're kind of, and this is kind of what going back to what Tnes was saying, is like it depends on the person, right?
Yeah.
Because like I've tried to pick up After Effects, and I've learned the basics.
Right.
I've learned so I do photography, but I also do video, and I've done audio engineering. But like I've tried to learn After Effects, and that's just not my thing. You know what I mean? So I don't put as much attention to it, and I know what my strengths and my weaknesses are. So yeah, 100% completely dependent on the person, because like you and I can both be equally great at different things. You know, we're gonna be different people at the end of the day.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
So do you still DJ?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
How long have you been DJing? Same amount of time as B-boy?
Nah, no way.
Oh, okay.
Like if it wasn't for Serato, I feel like I would not be able to DJ.
Oh, really?
I really don't think so. Because I mean, like when you're b-boying, like you listen to the beat more than anything. So I think that's kind of what kind of like gave me a little edge when I did start to DJ. But I didn't understand it. I didn't know how somebody blended songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't get it before. Like my good friend, he goes by DJ Return, used to live with me for a while, and he was like, to me, like one of the best DJs that I ever knew. And like he was trying to explain it to me, but I wasn't getting it. You know, like if I didn't have the visual of like matching the numbers, I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure like I could probably do it with my ear, but yeah, I don't know.
Do you think it matters whether you learn it on the Serato or you learn it like the old school way?
Nowadays, I would say like no, but I'm not a DJ, so I can say that. So any of you fucking DJs out there that's gonna try and like calm the fuck down, okay? Like it's not like
it's like the film photographers that go like, oh, you never shot film, bro.
It's that whole thing though. It's like producing nowadays. Like, you know, there's cats who don't know how to do piano, but they can produce a banging ass beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're like
just drawing it into the little
like Deadmau5. Deadmau5 is one of the best ones to say. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Deadmau5, but I watched this fool make a song. This fool's like, I have no clue what I'm doing right now. And he's just like putting the notes in random places. And I'm like, it's tight though, because like what he made from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And like DJing's tight. Like I bought my 1200s and I try to learn. Like I got real vinyl, and I'm
right.
I want to see how hard it is.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking hard.
It is,
like, damn.
Fuck, man. But knowing the numbers though, like, you know what I mean? Like knowing the numbers, because before I used to be like, oh, you can only throw in a song because it sounds the same. Like that was my logic. You know what I mean? But then knowing that you just fuck with the BPMs, get it on right. You know what I mean? And then from there, once you get that, it's like then you can be more creative on like your song selection and shit, and
keys and all that,
which is like really important too. You know? So
have you ever watched that Netflix show called The Get Down?
I watched some of it. It turned me off, bro. To be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's like my shit. Like they're, you know, the that's like real hip hop shit, you know, and to me it looked fake as fuck.
It looked fake.
Yeah, because I'm 40, bro. I'm
somebody,
old. Like
somebody like me, bro. I'm looking at that. I'm like, oh, that's tight, because I don't know what it looks like. You know what I mean? My background is not in that.
Right.
But just kind of learning or like seeing how they would essentially like have one headphone off and then look. You know, you have to listen to the track while it's low or whatever.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, that's real though.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah,
that's definitely accurate.
Oh, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was real to me. That was tight.
I think the way that they just kind of like executed it. Yeah, to me it just looked fake, and like the way they were acting was like fake. You know what I mean? Like
you want real shit.
Yeah, if you kind of like lived it a little bit, then you would be able to tell if. You know what I mean? Like
that's probably why I got canceled.
It's like those movies like where they talk about like skaters or graffiti artists. And it's super corny. It's like nah, yo, like it's gritty. Like that's why I like documentaries over anything. Like, because it's real.
Yeah.
Wait, so you recently took a trip out to Japan?
Yeah,
it was just family stuff.
Yeah. It was more like that. Just chill. I mean, when I usually do go out there, it's for business though, and I usually go to like Tokyo, and then I know a lot of people out there, and you know, we did the doppelbanger pop up out there, and
let's talk about doppelbanger.
Yeah.
Well, what is doppelbanger?
It's a brand that basically comes from another universe or a parallel universe.
Like doppelganger.
Yeah, so like doppelganger, but it's a banging version of it.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Is that where you usually go? Just Tokyo, or what's your favorite place in Japan?
Yeah. Well, in Tokyo, I like Shibuya.
Yeah,
Shibuya is like
that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
What's Shibuya?
That's the one with that big ass crosswalk that everybody like.
Oh, the one that's super packed.
Shitload of people. Yeah. Dude, when you're walking that shit, it's like really like.
You gotta
like
watch
it
out.
feels like, how can I explain it? It feels like
it's like that one scene,
like
bro.
A wave.
No. It's like that one scene from Lion King where where he's about to fall into the stampede of people, right? That's what it looks like.
Yes.
Sad moment.
It feels like that, bro.
I'm hyped for the movie. It's coming out.
Oh yeah, that shit.
The real what's it called? The live action one.
That's gonna be tight.
Yo, my dad loves Lion King. I'm about to take with that shit. Gonna be tight. Off topic.
So the other thing too is I was gonna say. Is that where all the arcade games and anime is? Or where's that?
No, that's like in, it's called Akihabara.
Oh, okay. That's
Akihabara.
Yeah.
That's where I need to go.
Yeah, that's where like all that stuff is. They have the like the train goes underneath like a huge like anime chick's like skirt.
That's so tight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's dope. That place is dope.
I don't know what that is exactly.
Hentai. No.
I don't know what that is exactly, but I've seen like this, like it's almost like a Disneyland for anime out there, bro. I'm not sure what it is or what it's called or if it's even in Tokyo or whatever, but I've seen like, you know, like Attack on Titan, how they have those life-size giants, bro.
Yeah,
I think that's Universal Studios out there.
Is it?
I think. I might be lying.
They do have like Disneyland out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's Disneyland in Tokyo?
Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's all in a different language.
Probably. Yeah. Some of them probably speaking.
Yeah, they probably. Is there a lot of English there?
Now more than ever. Before when I first went, it was 2000. I want to say 2003 probably. When I first went, and it didn't seem like there was that much foreigners there at that time. Mm-hmm. But Tokyo Olympics is coming up in 2020. So like they're gearing up for it. Like
oh shit.
Yeah, when I'm riding the train and shit, like they actually have like English. It's in English now. Like the train stops, and then like the lady that's like announcing where your stop is, like they do English, Korean, Chinese.
Do you feel like over the years English is becoming the more universal language?
There?
Anywhere, all around the world. Cause
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm from Hawaii. We speak pidgin. Yeah, so
you speak pidgin.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
I was trying to hide it actually, but try and tell me something. Like give me a sentence and I'll say it in pidgin.
Welcome to the morning dinner.
Welcome to the morning dinner. Wait, no, say something else. Say something else.
That's exactly the way it's
there's no way to really.
I was like,
we would just say welcome.
How's your day doing?
We'd just be like, how are you?
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like broken down English. It's broken down English.
I remember my homie telling me that.
Yeah, it's a mixture of so when a lot of the foreign people like immigrated to Hawaii, they worked in the sugarcane fields or the pineapple fields. So there was a lot of Filipino, Japanese, Chinese, and Portuguese.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they all had to kind of communicate. And that's the only way they could do it. It's like chopped up, you know what I mean?
It's like the simplified version.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I mean, and Hawaiian, obviously, you know what I mean? Like so it's a mixture of like like all of that.
Yeah.
And like like Polynesian.
I heard everything in Hawaii is expensive.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Isn't
Yeah,
it
it is, it
super
is.
expensive?
Because
Like,
of the
milk is
import.
like fucking $10.
Because of import export, right? Like nothing grows on that island except for.
I don't know.
what,
I mean,
pineapples?
I haven't really been back home like to speak on that, but I'm assuming that it's just like there's a lot of people that are moving to Hawaii. They're building like high rises.
Yeah.
Like they're doing a lot of shit. So there's a lot of people coming in from like here or like, you know, what we call the mainland back there. So like anywhere else in the States, like there's a lot of people moving into Hawaii.
You said a gallon was $10. A gallon of
I
milk,
think so, bro.
bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't it like $3 here in Vegas?
It's
In the United States.
You know what's
$3, $4?
crazy?
Or
Like
maybe?
if you know what poke is, right?
Poke.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
So if that is like the same price as what we would pay out here in Hawaii, that's you already know it's crazy already.
Damn.
Oh, it's expensive. I've never been to eat
Like
poke.
it
$20.
should be cheap because it's like it comes right out from the sea. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like why are we paying mainland prices for
It's like
that?
shrimp.
Fuck, it's crazy, dude.
Have you ever had what's it called, jumbo shrimp before?
Mm-mm.
No, they're like
Like a prawn?
Suckers are like that big.
Oh,
Oh,
I actually-
jumbo shrimp.
That just sound like
Dude, I just-
GMOs.
I just
gotta go-
ate a shrimp in Japan that was the size of a lobster.
Damn.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Where at?
Japan,
you
for
said?
New Year's, they have like these like they go all out. Like New Year's is like their Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go all out and they get like all this extravagant like seafood and stuff.
Yeah.
And they had a freaking shrimp that was as big as a lobster.
Is
bro.
that like genetically modified or is it
No.
just that big?
Yeah, that's just the way they are. Yeah.
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 That's
It's like Ensenada.
crazy.
They have some pretty crazy.
Like big ass fish like
Yeah.
that? Yeah. That's tight.
How many places have you traveled to? Do you travel a lot?
Nah, not really. I mean, I don't think so. Like here in the U.S., probably only like where have I been? Not that much places. Like New York, San Francisco, you know, like wherever in Northern California. Like obviously like SoCal since it's so close.
LA and San
Yeah,
Diego.
yeah.
That's one place we still haven't gone to, bro.
Yeah.
Where?
New York.
I've been there.
You been there?
Yeah, remember I was on
New York's
tour, bro?
crazy, man.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know if
Nah.
I could live in New York.
Nah,
man. It's too,
bro. When I had to drive, well, I didn't drive through too much in New York. I was
Mm.
like on the back. Like people were telling me like where I drove. They were like, "I've lived in New York my whole life." He's like, "I've never been on that part." So I was like, "Oh shit, I don't even know where I'm at." But Boston, there's some of the craziest drivers.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're so aggressive, but they don't hit you.
Oh yeah,
But they'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
like get so close.
like
and I'm
calculated driving.
I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is crazy. Because Vegas is aggressive drivers who can't.
yeah,
drive.
yeah,
So they-
yeah, that's
they'll
what I
just hit
noticed
you.
out here too. That's what I
They're
noticed out
terrible,
here
bro.
too.
Do you remember that one time we went to Mexico, bro? And I was driving around all the potholes that the roads in Mexico have.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, bro. It's like sometimes this is part of the culture out there. You got to drive off the road and you got to keep it at a certain speed.
We did the
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
thing too. We went through Tijuana and we forgot to take a certain exit, so we had to drive
Through
the
Tijuana.
worst part of Tijuana.
shit.
He has a nice car, and I was like,
Uh,
"Can you just drive?" If
Damn.
at a stop sign, if there's no cars, go through it.
I'm pretty sure nothing would happen, man.
Yeah.
You know, people. I think Mexico has this kind of like, what is it, connotation to
bad
it? You know what I
image,
mean?
yeah.
Where it's like it's all cartels and everything.
Yeah,
like that.
No, my whole thing is a bad area is a bad area. You go to a bad area in Vegas,
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
it
yeah.
might
no,
happen.
okay, he's being how do you say I forgot the word for it, but the thing is, I think it's because the way the houses looked out there, it looked like a third world country. Have you ever been to those places where like there's houses on top of houses on top of houses, like on a cliff? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it looks sketch for sure, man.
I'll
So
just
you
say
be
though,
walking
there
around.
was it wasn't the tourist section. I was like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
getting kind of scared.
And just a warning, I think Mexico still is dangerous though. The part we go to is Baja.
Yeah, it's not
Baja
bad.
Cali. Have you
Yeah.
been there?
No, I want to make that trip
Yeah.
out there though, because it's close, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
and
it's
if,
like
you,
4 hours
go,
away.
if you go on the right side,
Mm.
the very right side, you get to see the ocean.
Oh,
The mountains.
yeah, we
It's
went to-
Yeah, it's super beautiful.
Were you there?
Yeah, remember when we went to Ensenada?
Yeah.
Bro, we had to drive to Tijuana.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so
We
going
drove
back.
all the way down the coastline, bro. It's all ocean.
Yeah, I want to go.
It was nice.
So let's just go over everything Hippo, because you got so much damn
Oh,
shit
sorry.
under your belt, man. You Hippo Aesthetics, Waterhole, and you guys are you guys still on Spring Mountain or
No.
you? So right now, and that's what's the next thing I was gonna say is, how do you say it exactly?
CMXX?
CMXX.
Yeah, it's the Roman numeral for 920, which is the building number.
There you go.
Ah.
I see. I didn't know that. I was like, oh,
Oh, you
shit.
guys heard it here first,
I was like,
Yeah.
CMXX? I was like, how do you say this?
bro.
That's
Well,
tight.
the problem is you guys mix it with DTLV, so I'm like, there's like 10 letters in here, bro. You know what I mean? CMXX DTLV. There we go. Yeah.
That's
how did that come about?
Oh, that one's a crazy story too, man. basically we were just fortunate enough to I got to shout out my partner Style. Me and him agreed to open up move from Chinatown to the arts district, and we're going to open up a smaller venue, which is actually across the street next to the institution, which is what we basically we were gunning for that spot, and we're going to open up a bar lounge called Graffiti in Motion. And it's basically what CMXX is, but just in a smaller, it was smaller, and that pretty much led to us meeting all the right people and scoring basically the partnership of a lifetime, which is right across the street behind where we were gonna get, and now we're partnered up with these guys that basically have I think close to 10 properties in the arts district. It's the hydroponics that's on or was the hydroponics that was on Main and Charleston, the one the white building that says Do Art.
Yeah,
that's our building. The Gutenberg Museum on the side, ProTrans next to Institution, CMXX 924, which is a building on the right side of it if you're in there, and then the field is gonna be turned into an event field, kind of like the downtown Las Vegas Event Center or whatever. We're trying to do something something like that, open, and then our office space, which is a few buildings down. So we're gonna activate, everything. Man, and it's just it's a lot of work, but I feel like we're the only ones that could really take on that task, just because we're so embedded with the community, you know what I mean? We have the community support, and the fact that I've already owned a bar, and I've done events on the strip and all these big clubs, my actual events that are headlining, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't notice, but can I segue for a little bit?
Yeah, go for it.
So One Oak, it used to be called Jet, right?
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So we had an event called Case of the Classics, which started off, I think, on the southwest side. I'm pretty sure it was at a place called Ebo's, I think, or something like that. It was some, I don't know, Mediterranean restaurant or something like that. And basically it was like the classics, all the classics. So classic hip hop and R&B, and we're just we wouldn't divert from that. And so basically we took that event and brought it to the strip at, I think it was Revolution Lounge, and we partnered up with Mr. Freeze from Rocksteady Crew, and we all just kind of got together and threw this event, and the strip has never seen anything like that before. Yeah. So just coming in with kicks and whatever, wearing whatever, you know what I mean? We were able to basically shift the whole dress shoes and whatnot. We made people who were freaking bussers. We turned them into general managers and shit like that, because they were riding with our party.
Oh wow.
Because they would get the credit, you know what I mean? And this is something that I had to learn too, you know what I'm saying? And the amount, now owning my own space, I know how much money was being made and fucking what they were giving us. It was shit, and we basically we were making their venue, you know what I mean? We were bringing all the attention to them. So that's where I kind of learned my lesson as far as how powerful the having influences. And this is before the social media stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, when we stepped up from, I think we were at Revolution, and then I think V-Bar, and then I want to say Mix at Mandalay. I don't know what it is now, but it was at the top.
I think it's
Delano now, yeah.
Delano,
and so at the top, and then we got the offer to go to Jet, which was a real ultra club. So just imagine we had these cards made, Case of the Classics membership cards, that we gave to everybody that supported us, and we're no matter what they're wearing, no matter how much money they have, these guys have entrance before anybody else. I don't give a fuck if there's a guy that's gonna spend fucking 12 racks on a booth or whatever, you know what I mean? Our people got to get in first, because this is what made the event. You know what I mean? And it
That's
worked
tight.
for a little bit, but then it was then they start cracking down, and if it's not making money, the music that you're playing is too slow, people aren't dancing, now we got to switch up and play fucking top 40 shit just to make fuckers dance, you know what I mean? So it kind of got I didn't like it. I didn't like the direction that it was going, but around that time is when Tuesday Blend was formed, and then that took off, you know. So but just that was just something I wanted to throw in there, because I forgot about it. But
so we'll talk about that too. So after that, you started Tuesday Blend.
We had a bunch of parties going on. At one point, I think I was doing five parties each, 5 parties,
Jesus.
weekly parties, like every week.
I'd be so.
Wait, so people who are tuning in and they don't know what Tuesday Blend is, what is Tuesday Blend? I think we didn't even talk about that.
When and where
how that, bro? We got so many.
Yeah,
the first
too much, man.
We started it off in Chinatown. At Forbes. I don't know what it's called now.
Oh, I remember Forbes. That's where I shot Kendrick Lamar. I was like, oh shit.
They had something there with him.
Selfish plug.
Yeah.
That's where I work with Tupac. What?
Okay, he's dead, but all right. Yeah, like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. I think that was like the last show, and then there's something else.
Yeah, we probably opened them up to that.
Wait, near District 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's where we started off, man. And yeah, now that I understand the whole spiel about what you got to go through with the city or the county to get licensed and whatnot, like we didn't understand it back then. So like we were wondering why we couldn't sell this type of drinks. We were wondering why we had all these rules.
Yeah.
But now I get it. But I mean, it started off at Forbes, and then from there we got the offer to go to House of Blues, but they started us off in like what was it called, the Crossroads or something like that, which is like the smaller area. And then from there we moved up to like the bigger eating area or whatnot. There's like a big tree in there, and then like a stage. We moved to there, and then we got the music hall at the bottom. I think that was like our 2-year anniversary, and then everything was going crazy. Like it was such a successful party, and then so we were like riding really high, and then all of a sudden they had a beat battle or something the week before the next Tuesday Blend, and somebody got stabbed, and then Mandalay was like, we don't want any hip hop in here anymore.
My God.
But that was a blessing in disguise, because like the guy that we were working with, Homie, he goes by Homie actually. Shout out to Homie. But he actually like forwarded us to Andrew Courtney over at Hard Rock Live.
Yeah,
the one on the strip.
That's the one.
And then that's when it really hit its peak.
This is a dope venue.
Yeah, sure. Man. I mean, dude, we were bringing in like fucking 800 to 1,200 people like every month for like 3 years straight. All influential people, you know what I mean? Like we didn't even bother getting tourists. Fuck, now that I think of it, I'm like, fuck, we could have made so much money though if we brought tourists in, you know, because they could have filled the spot, and they wouldn't have mind paying like all this money to come in, you know.
Yeah, like super high charge.
Yeah,
and just give locals like a free. That's tight though, man. It's all proof of concept, and it's dope learning experiences.
Yeah, definitely was.
So is Tuesday Blend still at the same spot right now?
We're at CMXX now.
You're CMX, okay.
Yeah. So
and that's gonna be the
home
residence for it.
Yeah, definitely. We're not going anywhere else.
I love that venue.
Mean, we can't, because that's us. You know what I mean? Like it'd be foolish of us to go to another venue where they're not even gonna pay us not even 1/3 of what we can make. You know what I mean? So it's like everything we're basically trying to, not monopolize, but we're trying. What's another better
franchise?
word than that?
No.
You're trying to use.
We want to consolidate everybody's events at CMXX, because we know for a fact that we can give the best deal and we can give you the most creative freedom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's why we're like all the homies that are doing events and stuff like that. Like we're definitely meeting up with everybody, you know, and we're trying to just offer the space up to everybody that's doing things. You know what I mean? Like I hope there's one day when we can work together on something. You know what I mean? If you like, I know this shit's gonna get big, you know what I mean? Like I can tell by like the type of people that you guys have on, the quality of the audio and the video, you know what I mean? Like I had to say audio first, but you know what I'm saying? Like it looks good, and like for me, when it comes to this kind of stuff, like I kind of have a good sense on what's, it sounds mean, but what's gonna make it and what isn't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You gotta
like,
be real though, man.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking hard sell, bro. Like I'm a very hard person to sell, so it's hard to impress me. Yeah. You know? But I mean, I shot you guys at text, it was your wrong number, but then, you know what I mean? Because I felt it and I saw it, you know what I mean? So if you guys just stay consistent, I'm sure this will get really big. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, man. We kind of pride ourselves on, I don't know, is there because I've noticed there's a big uprising in podcast here in Vegas, and it makes me really happy, bro, because I'm like, damn, people, like, we're kind of inspired, like, because somebody inspired me to start this podcast. So to see somebody else going like, oh, I'm gonna start a podcast because I really like the experience of recording your voice and then putting it out there, right. And people are telling me that, like, that's really humbling. But like, I pride ourselves on what, because the thing is, like, this podcast would not have been possible if it was just Chuck by himself or if it was just me by herself. It's like the perfect storm of people coming together. And it's like, okay, well, let's put what I know and let's put what you know and see what we can come up with. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's kind of like kind of our trademark of like this whole podcast with the audio and video and kind of putting our knowledge togetger.
Oh, yeah.
But it means a lot that you say that, bro.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
That's appreciated. For sure.
He said this podcast is going to make it, but Keem, I don't know about you, Brandon.
Yeah. I ain't going to make it either, bro, if you don't make it.
Okay, so
you guys making it.
So CMXX, it's an event center.
It's I don't even know if I want to just like
you don't want to brand it as an event center?
Because like we're trying to do everything. We're trying to do like a TED talk, or you know what I mean?
Ooh,
like there's something that we want to do called a swag meet, which is like, you know, like a swap meet, but all cool shit, you know, because we can.
It's so tight.
Because we can, you know what I mean? We're going to bring like SICKSHOOTERS goes on there.
Yeah.
You just had that dance battle there too as well, right?
Oh yeah, World of Dance. We have World of Dance there.
I was like, damn, that's
and
crazy.
Fashion Week?
Fashion Week coming up, man. Gotta plug that.
Tight.
February 4th to the 7th.
The same week as Agenda or no?
Dude, you want to hear the crazy part though? Agenda is at fucking the World Market Center.
Is it really?
Yes.
One day, Magic?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, just Agenda.
Oh, Agenda?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Is that
crazy.
good or bad?
That's freaking good, bro, because they were on the Strip. So we were already thinking like, okay, when we do our Fashion Week, how are we going to bring people from the Strip all the way downtown?
Because it's far. Because
Yeah.
it's Mandalay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
so
it's at
like,
the world, so it's right next door.
dude,
Yeah.
Damn.
That's genius.
what is it? Like a 0.4 miles, like
Get some shuttles
7
ready,
minute,
man.
7 minute car drive. 15 to
He
walk.
said,
Yeah.
get some shuttles ready, bro.
Nah, for real, dude. That's a really big thing, man.
Yeah.
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 So let's talk about, because you have CMXX, you're doing all these different kind of things. You don't want to label it necessarily as an event center,
Right.
but you got SICKSHOOTERS. That's one of your. Is that a monthly thing? Is that every 2
It's
months?
definitely a monthly thing.
It's a monthly thing.
Yeah.
SICKSHOOTERS is an event that are kind of like a community gathering.
Yeah.
Where you showcase photographers, videographers.
Yes.
Fashion people, makeup artists. Anybody can come down there, have a good time. It's kind of like a networking event, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But you also showcase the local talent.
Yep.
What was it that inspired you to do that?
Honestly, like, you know, I don't really consider myself like, you know, I would consider you a photographer, and like, you know, I saw your videos and shit too. So I wouldn't even consider myself like, unless I'm like a master at it, I feel like I can't really like call myself one, but I mean, like, I dabble in it, just put it that way, like a lot.
Yours is good too. Like,
thank you.
Yeah, yours is good, bro.
But the way it started was I do shirts too, and like I print my own shirts and stuff. So I have a commercial printer.
This is the man we got to talk to right here.
Yeah, no, we need help.
Yeah, let me know, man. But I have a commercial printer that all I was using it for was black ink. And this is like one of those things that you see in like Kinko's, you know what I mean? Like that kind. Yeah. So like I was like, damn, what? I'm not even using this for anything. So I was like, shit, why don't I print out people's photos and do a show based around that and give them like a platform, you know what I mean? Like I feel like being able to create platforms is like beneficial for both ends, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to the person participating is kind of like brought into something versus like working for it, you know, like, or utilizing resources that I already have. So that's how like I came up with that show, was like, yeah, like, oh, I'll just print these out for free. Like everything would just be for free, you know what I mean? And if somebody wants to buy something, then they'll be able to make money, and we'll just do like a 80-20 split, so that I'll take the 20% and I'll buy more ink, you know? Yeah, like shit like that. So that's how it basically came about. But you know, I got to give a shout out to John Perez, because he helped me out with, I think, one of the SICKSHOOTER show, because at first I think it was mainly like just a show, and I didn't know about like the Insta meets or whatnot, you know what I mean? I didn't know that existed. So like being able to bring those two together like really opened up my mind, my mind, and just like just opened me up to that scene. I think that's probably where I met you. It was probably out of SICKSHOOTERS, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the one at the Junxion Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a whole room installation and everything, bro. I'd never been to something like that, and I was like, damn, this is tight.
Yeah, it was.
It reminded
me of LA so much. I was
Yeah.
like, this is tight. Even the last one I went to, I was like, damn, this is so much LA.
Oh,
so
I think
that was crazy.
I think it's super tight because you go there. There's somebody like me, like I don't go out that much. Like I'm a very much a hermit when it comes to like, you know, if I'm not working, I'm at home. You know what I mean? I don't really like go out and party and go out to social gatherings. So when I go out, I'll go out to those events. It's very much a networking event, because you're meeting people that maybe you do follow on Instagram, and you guys have never met face to face, but then you can kind of like come together on this whole like, oh, did you see what they're doing over here? You're taking pictures. Oh, I'm taking pictures too, and let's see what we can come up with. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's it does create culture, man.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool. So SICKSHOOTER show and what was it? Instant Meet Las Vegas. They're two different things. They're
Two different things. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you guys planning on ever like bringing those two back in together at some point, or?
Yeah, I think so. In the future, I don't think that. Yeah, I think it could happen in the future.
Nice.
Yeah, but we definitely have like big plans. For six shooters, as far as bringing more stuff to the table, as far as like more educational things, and like one thing that I definitely want to do is give access to I guess certain models that like people wouldn't normally have access to. So that's kind of like where it's going right now. It's like we want to be able to, I think later on, like it would make sense for us to just like have a cover charge, just because it'll help us offset what we're spending.
Yeah.
Because obviously we'd have to pay money to get some of these models to come in and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that just off of like the community gatherings alone, like big companies will see what we're doing and they'll just like put in money. You know what I mean? Then we could just keep it free.
Right.
And everybody just has a good time and learns and whatnot. The goal isn't to really like, I mean, obviously the goal for everybody is to like make money and be able to like live off of what they do. But I want people to understand that the things that we do, like it really comes from the heart as far as like doing stuff for the community. You know what I mean? It's like we bend over backwards, man, to like help people.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's not reciprocated, but whatever, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing anybody can say like bad about us, because I know we haven't done anything bad. So it's like, I mean, if you didn't end up, if your event or whatever you pitched to us didn't make it, it just didn't make sense. You know what I mean? That's more of what it is. It's not like, or your work ethic wasn't up to par with mine. So what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, what can you do? You know what I mean?
Can't
like,
always be a yes man.
Exactly.
You gotta be real. It's a business at this point.
Yeah.
Money's going out the window sometimes. So
yeah,
I think it's a good thing you're like that too. Because it shouldn't be. What is it? Rainbows and
rainbows
unicorns?
and butterflies.
Whatever you want to say. Like it's not easy. You know? Hustle.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a couple questions from Instagram because we put up a little questionnaire. People sending questions.
Right.
At Philip Wolf wants to know what ultimately keeps your drive going.
Let me see. I think just not realizing like, not realizing the vision yet. Like I have something clear in my mind that I know like I'm trying to get us there, and it's just not there yet. So until we get to the vision that I see like so clearly in my head, then that's always going to keep me going. Yeah.
So it's like the sense of also like you're never done, right?
Yeah.
There's always more that can be done too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but if we get to where we want to be, or where I want to be, or what I see, like let's enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be one of those guys that are going to keep pushing just because like the money's fucking coming up the ass. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to keep doing it just for that. Like we got to enjoy it too. So like there's just a vision that I have that we haven't realized yet. Or I haven't realized it. So we're going to keep pushing till we get there.
Let me ask you then, if I gave you $1 billion today, would you still be doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'd invested into things that could, I mean, I think that $1 billion would make me work less, but I'd be working smarter. It wouldn't be like I'd be completely gone. You know what I mean? I'd use that billion.
So you would be following the same path, but on a bigger scale.
Yeah, on a way bigger scale, and I'd be giving more people opportunities, more people jobs. You know what I mean? Like just.
I would put it into Bitcoin if I had $1 billion, bro.
What?
I would put it into Bitcoin right now.
Put all $1 billion into Bitcoin. It goes to zero.
I can make Bitcoin billionaire.
Well,
I can make your billion $1 million, bro. Would you rather have 1 billion or 10 million?
He's like, I want to stay humble, okay? I don't need money.
At J Ladies LA, I think. Will you ever open Kaba Curry again?
Oh, Kaba Curry. That's something that we didn't bring up. Yeah, that was a restaurant that we had.
You guys had a restaurant?
Yeah, Japanese curry.
Damn.
Where was it located?
It was actually like, so at the Junxion, we actually had 3 spots.
Yeah, because I know you had one on each level, right?
Yeah, so the Junxion was at the 3rd level, Kaba Curry was on the 2nd level, and the Waterhole was on the 1st level. But yeah, like, I mean, we sold it. A lot of people thought that we took a L, but no, we sold it and we made some good money. You know what I mean? And we'll bring it back. Like, it's just not the right timing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said it was Japanese curry?
Yeah, Japanese curry.
Well, what does that taste like, man?
Yeah.
Because I like Korean barbecue. I like sushi. I don't think I've ever had Japanese curry.
Probably like, I guess like, let's see, like
I've had Indian curry.
You can compare it to kind of that, but it's more like a gravy and it's sweeter, less spicy. You can add spice to it. but yeah, it's super good, man. And like I came up with that recipe, and like it took me like 6 months, and I was basically trying to just copy the taste of like it's called Koko Ichiban, which is like the #1 Japanese curry chain in Japan.
Yeah.
And I just tried to make it taste like that. Me and my old partner Anthony, he used to go by Antro. Shout out to Antro. But yeah, we don't have no like culinary background, nothing. But
Yeah.
that goes to show like if you have the community support, you can do it. You know what I mean? Like I knew they were gonna support us. So like
That's so tight.
that's why we just did it. You know what I mean? You just gotta balls it, bro.
And the Waterhole was just a bar, correct?
Waterhole.
Or
We
did you
wish
serve
it was a
food?
bar, but that was like we were very unexperienced as far as like knowing what the legalities were.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's us when we try to start our business, bro.
Yeah.
We're like, what's an LLC?
Yeah, we said what? What's
Insurance,
what's
what?
a permit? Like we need permits for what?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
we could do all that shit later, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Taxes, what?
I was like, I could get a slap on the wrist, right? How many times before I get fined? Like shit.
So you said it was like kind of like the red tape of the legalities of.
Yeah, it was. We thought we could just have a bar, but apparently nobody in that plaza can have a bar. So anybody who has a full liquor license, they have the same type of liquor license that Applebee's has. That's what the kind of liquor license that we had, which
It's
is full
expensive.
liquor.
It's expensive,
No,
right?
it's not, because it's in county. It's not expensive, but you're so limited. So in the county, you can only have 2 taverns. It has to be 2,000 feet between each tavern, and we're like smack in the middle between, I think it was Irene's and Kilroy's. So like we're fucked in there.
Yeah.
Like there's
Shit.
nothing we could do. No matter how long we held it, we would never be able to get a tavern license.
Damn.
Unless they change the rules. You know what I mean? So or one of
they're
those.
probably
No,
not
2
going.
of those would have to burn down in order for us to
Damn.
be able to
Yeah.
get a tavern license.
Or they can sell you their license.
No.
No?
Yeah, the zoning
Because it's
doesn't allow
registered
you
to
to.
that license. It's registered to that building.
Oh, no, I
No,
meant-
it's not that. It's like, wait, what's that?
I meant the like can a business sell you their tavern license? Like we're not gonna use it.
No.
You want it?
The way that it's like the zoning. So basically, you can't have another tavern within 2,000 feet of another tavern. So like in the city, you have bar, right? But you can't do that in the county. So that's why we're kind of like we're super limited. We couldn't charge at the door. We had to sell 51% more food than alcohol. Yeah, it was like.
So you got to keep
Sucks.
all these statistics up, like 51% more food than alcohol.
Yeah. Like it's
And you have to show the city it and everything.
Yeah, you have to show the
that's
county. They come in and they do checkups and whatnot. So yeah, like a lot of people thought that we took a L there too, but nope, we didn't. You know what I mean? Like we're moving up. Like we're not going back. We're not going down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like we're eventually gonna take the Waterhole, get our sign back, and then move the Waterhole to
Yeah, because
probably one
I
of the
still
parties
go
that we
there
have.
because I
yeah.
go to Veggie House and stuff. And I still see
Oh, yeah,
it. I'm
Veggie
like,
House.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tight, man. That's super dope.
I got to go to one of these places. You said Veggie House?
Yeah,
Veggie House is good, man.
so good.
Is the other one Veggie Nation, or is that completely different?
Veggie Nation, they're good.
Do they do like Chinese food? though?
Nah, Veggie Nation is just like vegan food,
Yeah.
but Veggie House is pure Chinese food. They do
Yeah.
sushi now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, vegan sushi. You know, Wiley.
Crazy.
So good.
All right, let's see. We also got at Rocco 808.
Rocco.
I'm not sure what he means by this. Make Tnes bring up his old boy clips. What does that mean?
Old boy.
Old boy clips.
Old b-boy clips.
Oh yeah, old b-boy clips. It
There we
probably
go.
was.
That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is.
I'll show you guys later.
Okay.
Fucking Rocco, what's up, you fucking?
Are you watching this video on YouTube? We'll put the link down below. You
Yeah,
guys can check it out.
we'll find
Oh, that'll be dope. That'll be dope.
Let's see. At Kokoaka, what is the goal for a 60-year-old Tnes?
Ooh. Well, I'm 40 now, so I hope I look 40 when I'm 60.
Because you look 20 now,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean?
That's definitely one of the goals. So I don't know. I guess if we're not where we're supposed to be by 60, then just keep pushing until we get there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
But I
age
mean,
ain't a thing.
Yeah, it's not, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel it though, definitely.
I feel it. And I'm fucking 25, man. I'm back as fuck.
Age
Yours
is
too?
nothing but a number,
Yeah.
unless you're R. Kelly. All right. He also wants to know, where do you get your sense of fashion from?
Japan.
Yeah, Japan definitely like had an influence. But I think I was just always into fashion. I'm not like the type that, I don't know what's the term for them. They're hype beasts or whatever, where
Hype
they just
beasts,
kind of
yeah.
they kind of just buy like the brand
trends.
names, and then like they floss that way. Like that's not really who I am. I mean, I do love luxury products and like good quality products, but I'm not gonna like. I don't mind wearing something that's no brand name as long as it looks dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't get something from like H&M that like everybody has. I have to have something. I definitely have to have something that's like
unique.
unique,
Yeah.
like that. I know nobody's gonna have. You know what I mean? Every time I go to Japan and I shop at these they're called furugi stores, which is like they're like used shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll be in there for hours, man, just digging and getting like cool shit. So,
I like that sweater you got on, bro.
thank you, man.
It's very comfortable.
It is. Yeah, it's warm.
You gotta
too.
give me one of those. If you find it in 3X, you let me know.
Yeah, I see all you get, like the whole crew. I'm like, damn, everybody's fresh from your crew. I'm like, shit. I want to try to get fresh, but then I'm like, I see how expensive certain shit is. And then when I go thrifting, I'm like, I can never find shit. Or I get something from a thrift store and I just dirty it up. I'm like, I don't want to wear this shit no more, and I send it back.
Real quick, are you into telepathy? Is that a thing that you do?
No.
Okay, at Bree Fresh wants to know what triggered you to understand telepathy. So I'm not sure where that came from.
That's crazy.
At Dreamer.Divine wants to know what's the next camera on your wish list.
The A7S III.
Hey,
Bro.
I'm waiting too, bro.
Wait, do you think it's gonna drop this year? Because they just dropped the A6400.
That shit was a bust.
A little under
No, I'm
one.
just kidding. It's good for vloggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good, like, because I got the A6500.
Yeah.
But now that it's got the flip out screen, bro, I would have definitely gotten the A6400.
Oh wait, so they have a flip out screen.
Yeah, so you got
okay.
you got the selfie and everything.
But no image stabilization built into it.
There's no image stabilization?
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. It's annoying how they do that. It's funny. I just watched a guy. He hacked the A7s.
Oh yeah.
And he just like he took the screws out in the back, and you can actually take the ribbon out and then snap these two hinges off, so you can actually. It doesn't flip on top. You have to look through the bottom, but it's still you can make it go all the way. I was like, oh shit,
That's
I'm not doing that with mine.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking about the
smart,
screen.
actually.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about, like, I saw this dude hack the A6400 to make it have image stabilization.
Oh, what
I was like, what? You can do that?
Yeah, the
that'd be
S3, man. The S3.
Yeah.
But I was kind of looking at the Black Magic too, though. The Pocket one, the Pocket 4K one or whatever.
Definitely talk to Rob Chato, because
I think
he
he
knows
did a whole
exactly how to hook it up. You know what I mean?
I think he did a whole review on you. Do you know Rob Chato, right?
Yeah. He did a SICKSHOOTERS. He did it.
Yeah,
when you
Oh,
did
that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
that kid, dude.
Yeah.
He's. If you want to know technicalities,
Yeah.
that's the dude to talk to, because he knows that shit from like exactly what chip and everything in the camera. No,
not even just technicalities. That dude's a beast when it comes to just like
he's so
camera
good.
operating and
Yeah,
just
definitely.
editing and all that stuff. Like, I've actually got to like hang out with him while he's editing. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, he's legit.
Team Crispy, man,
Yeah.
for sure too. Like everything he shoots, I'm just like.
That's the
"Damn,
thing, man. I feel like you should
Team
always
Crispy."
surround yourself with people who you admire and that you think are better than you, even if even if they're not. If you like their work, you should always surround yourself with them, just because
Yeah.
you can always learn something from them. They'll always keep you inspired.
Yeah.
And just make you want to be better.
Hell
you
yeah.
know?
The thing about that, like, and I truly believe, is just like, because I used to skateboard. When I used to skate with really good people, if for some reason, I guess it's like a little competition too, but you get better, because like it's like, damn, this fool's fucking levels above me. I don't know if it's the same with dancing. Like,
I think it's the same with everything, man.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
that's so tight.
Yeah. You just
definitely
level up.
surrender.
Yeah. You level up.
Good stuff, man. Well, this podcast has been a long time coming, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me,
We
guys.
definitely appreciate you being on, man.
No problem.
And do you want to let people know what you got, your website, where to find you on Instagram and all that stuff?
Yes, I do. I want to give a shout out to everybody, because this is something that I don't really do. But I definitely want to give a shout out to like my team, like Maki, my partner Style, Rizzo, Philip Wolf, PJ. Even if some of the guys like aren't really on the team now, like I do want to give a shout out to Dawson, Moose, like just everybody who's helped along the way in one way or another. Thank you guys so much. And once we get to the point where everybody can work together, then we'll all be working together like a family again.
There you go.
Dope
Oh,
shit,
that was so
man.
sweet.
Oh,
Okay, and now I want to thank you guys too, of course.
Oh, yeah.
thank
I have
you.
it here typed out. But yeah, I suck on Instagram, so like I don't know how to get more followers and shit like that. So if you guys could follow me, TNES and the number 1, yeah, please do.
There we go, man. And your website?
Waterholekingdom.com.
There we go. You guys want to keep up with everything that Tnes is doing, make sure you follow him on Instagram. Check out his website and all social medias. We'll have everything linked down below on the bio. If you're on iTunes, this will be in the description for iTunes and Spotify. But yeah, man, we appreciate you being on. And
Thank you.
You know, we'll have you on again when you're 60, bro. We'll see if you stay true to your path, bro.
Cool. All right, guys.
Hopefully way before then.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. We appreciate you being on, man.
Thank you,
brother.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next morning dinner.
Later.
Dudes.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.